Hey there, and thank you for joining me. I decided this morning that I wanted to start recording some videos regarding just some tips or for things that I've been doing and implementing in my life to help me grow and to help me get better at my daily activities, to just help me get better as a person and to find a little bit more success. So I thought I would start sharing them with you. So here we are. So today's video number one. So today's tip, or today's video, I'm calling it "Let's Be Real" because I wanna be real with what we're doing every single day. So a lot of the time, people are struggling with success, and they like to blame it on, well, I don't know enough, and I need to do this before I can do that, and like I need to know this before I can achieve this. And sometimes it's what you know, because you have to know things before you can do things, but it's not always about what you know. Sometimes it's how you're doing it. It's about the execution. And so like you can know everything in the world, but if you're not executing the things that you know, then you're not going to find success. So it's not just about what you know, it's how you're doing it, right? But before you can figure out whether it's the knowledge or the implementation of the knowledge, first you have to figure out, well, what the hell am I implementing? Right? So figuring out the things that you need to do to find your success. So and that's as easy, honestly, as creating a to-do list. So for me, like, to-do lists are my thing. If you've seen my car, I have Post-its all over the dashboard of literally to-do lists. I have a Post-it dispenser in my car on my little visor thing. Like, that's how obsessed I am with lists. And that's also because my short-term memory has some issues. But lists are a super important part of the process because it's been recently discovered, I guess studies show that when you physically check things off of a to-do list, you get a hit of serotonin. So that's the happy chemical. That's the chemical that basically controls your mood. So people who have low serotonin are hypothesized to have depression. So when you are checking things off of a list, essentially you're like beating depression up. Okay, you know what I mean? So if you struggle with depression as well, that could be something super simple you can start implementing into your day just to feel better a little bit every single day. So to-do lists are super important because they, one, give us a measure of how we are implementing, how well we are implementing. So that's a measurement of our execution. But they're also really important because they give us that boost of serotonin, and that serotonin pretty much motivates us to do the action again. So that like it's like a cycle, right? The more you do it, the more you check that crap off the list, the more you're going to be motivated to do it because you get that boost, the happy boost, and then you associate the happy serotonin boost with the action, and then ta-da, you're conditioned to do it. Wow, I just went back to psychology from college. Anyways, so I also want to point out that it's super important not only to make a to-do list, but to make a do-not-do list, okay? And it's not a do-not-do-ever list. It's more of a do-not-do until ... list. So it could be a do-not-do until I'm done my to-do list, or do-not-do until the end of the day. Like, that's up to you, right? But it's super important to make a do-not-to-do list because people, including myself, I'm totally like this. I live in denial of my distractions and of my obstacles, right? So it's super important to just be real with yourself, and that comes back to the topic, right? Be real. Let's just be real. What do you do, or what do you allow yourself to do to procrastinate, to not do the things that you want to do to achieve your goals? And this is just a super way to kind of put it on paper, give it physicality, give it some realness so it's not living in denial anymore. And it just brings the awareness out. And the more you have awareness of it, the easier it is to notice when you're doing it and to actively change the behavior. Okay? I'm on my page because I have notes. So there's lots of notes, but there's only one more page. So once you have, or for myself anyway, once I have that do not do list and I have it in my face, it kind of gives me the accountability and the awareness, like I was saying, to stop what I'm doing and to go back to my critical to-do list, or to replace the negative behavior with some positive behavior that I've chosen to replace it with to try and change, right? So I've made my list, okay? Now I want you to make yours. So essentially have 3 columns. The first column is your to-do list. This is your critical to-do list, critical activities you need to do, whether it is your whole day or just for your business or just for getting your handstands or for whatever the hell it is. Like, you can have a to-do list for a single goal. It can be for a single goal for your business or for your whole life, for your whole day. Okay, maybe not your whole life. That's a lot of lists. That's a lot of items. Okay, try to keep it try to make it small, right? Don't make it so overwhelming that you look at it and you're like, huh? Try to have different lists for different things if you need to, okay? So column number 1 is your to-do list. Second column is distractions and negative habits, okay? But not just that, it's also like secondary to-do list items, things that you want to get done but you don't need to get done that day. They can kind of be put off so that when you're done your to-do list, you can go back to these things. So like for myself, I have a do not do until I'm done my to-do list next to it. So that's my second column. So I have my procrastination, I have getting high, I have going to see my boyfriend, I have procrastinating, or sorry, cleaning my room, purging the room, or planning my social media content, like things that I don't absolutely have to do right now, but they're things I want to do. Okay, so when I look at this, it just brings more awareness to me, and then it brings me to my third column, which is alternative habits, healthier habits, things that basically that are healthier for you to do in the moment to promote your growth. So if you're looking to gain momentum in your business, then obviously procrastinating is not a healthy habit, and the alternative habit can be potentially like meditation or 5 minutes of yoga, something to give you energy and to give you like get you back and whatever gets you back in your flow, whether it's cleaning or what, like 5 minutes of flow, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So essentially, recapping, 3 columns: to do not do until, dot, dot, dot. And your final column is a healthy alternative habit, okay? In my third column, I have like arrows leading to the healthy habits if they need a healthy habit. But if it's like a secondary habit or a secondary task, like social media content planning, like something minor, I can put that there, but I don't put an arrow. I just leave it and write complete after to-do list. You know what I mean? And your unhealthy habits or your distractions, it's not to say that you have to like abandon them or you have to change right away. It's just to say, like, if you're trying to reach a goal and they're stopping you from reaching that goal, it's just a way to help you move through the goal a little bit faster and just put your less critical or low value activities in a part of the day where it's more suitable. So kind of like on your own time. So you have productive time and then you have like lazy, unproductive, you know what I mean? Time. Okay. And everyone needs that type of time. Don't just get rid of it. Okay. From there, I keep your list visible, like put it on your wall, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it on every single mirror in the house. If you have several activities that you do that distract you or force you to procrastinate, make several lists and put it near all of those items or environments that trigger the action, because you always have a trigger with your negative or any habit. So for me, like coming into my room and being by myself makes me want to smoke some pot because I'm by myself. Like if my parents go out, that's a trigger. So when that happens, I physically have to get the hell out of my room and look at my list and be like, hey, what can I physically do to distract me that still gives me that same satisfaction that I would receive. So for me, it's just a feeling of relaxation. So what else relaxes me? I can go for a walk, I can stretch, I can meditate. So figuring out something that will help you replace the negative habit when you are in the environment. And one of those things is just having this list, because it just brings you back to the awareness. Okay, awareness is super important. And I think that's everything I have to say about that. So I hope that is a helpful tip for you guys. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me and have a great one. All right. Have a great, what day is it? Tuesday? Thursday. It's Thursday. Have a great Thursday. Bye.